I don't know if you heard by now, but the Aggies had a big win in Baton Rouge over the weekend. Let's bring in our A&M senior sports writer, Travis L. Brown, here to talk a little bit about that game. Not a bad game, huh?
It was, I mean, it's always wild in Baton Rouge when the night games in Baton Rouge and everything is wild. And it was certainly wild for the LSU fans. A&M goes there, gets a big win, and then they fire their head coach.
Okay, so I kept seeing the sign over and over that says, Kelly's got to go.
G-E-A-U-S.
Yeah. They put it the Louisiana. So what was the final straw? What led up to LSU's coach getting the boot?
Well, it was an interesting call because Kelly hasn't necessarily been bad during his time there, 34-14 overall record at LSU. But the three coaches prior to him, that was Nick Saban, Les Miles, and Ed Orgeron, all won a national title in their fourth year at LSU. This was his fourth year, and they already have 3 losses. They're out of the playoff picture, and so the standards are high down there in Baton Rouge. There's reports even of meetings in the governor's mansion to talk about the future of the athletic program. An interesting note to that, though, Brian Kelly's buyout, $54 million. It's the only one bigger than that was Jimbo Fisher's at $75 million. And Scott Woodward, the athletic director, was the one who executed both of those contracts. So
a familiar name here.
He knows how to spend some money.
My goodness. Okay, so there's several coaching vacancies that are now open in college athletics. What about Collin Klein here at A&M? Some talk about him maybe going, but he addressed that today. What's the latest with that?
Yeah, so there's 12 FBS openings now, which is pretty wild for this point in the season. And he's been linked a little bit in reports to the Oklahoma State job, going back to some of his Big 12 roots. Of course, he came from Kansas State, was a quarterback and a coach there. But he addressed those today and said that while head coaching is something that he sees in his future and he wants to get to that point, it would have to be the right situation and the right time with the right people. He said today that the right situation and the right time, the right people for him is A&M right now, and there's a big season ahead. But he's reinvigorated this A&M offense. They're averaging 37.8 points per game, which is 14th in the nation, and total offense 21st in the nation. Also, quarterback Marcel Reed has had this huge turnaround in this throwing game. He's 16th in the nation in passing touchdowns and 22nd in the nation in passing yards. He's going to be a hot commodity, whether it's this year or maybe moving forward if he can continue that.
But no way he leaves now. Like, he'd be crazy to leave now.
We'll have to see. But the Aggies have been good, and there's all of these openings. So it depends on if coaches, these ADs, want to make a splashy hire with a sitting head coach or pull a coordinator up.
All right. We could talk much more about this, but we're out of time. Travis L. Brown has got much more online, though, over at KBTX.com. Travis, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. And we got weather coming up, too.